Imagine you have the ability to pick and choose what you want to do in your life. And then you had the opportunity and the ability to choose exactly who you wanted to learn from that was in that industry, learn from them, become friends with them and their friends. Next thing you know, their world, their opportunities open up to you. Well, that's exactly what happened to me in my life. And I'm going to share in this video how I did it so that you guys can do it too at the end of this video. Not just learn and be entertained, but actual action steps to implement into your life. So if you don't know me, my name's Zach, and I basically went from a kid who was, let's just say, had no confidence at all. I could not speak in front of a single person, in front of a single camera. I did not know what I wanted to do with my life at all. And then things started to click. I started to develop into myself, to spend money and to spend time within my personal development, within the different skills that I had, going to all these different masterminds, which I'll talk about in a minute. And because of it, because of this one thing specifically, it opened up all these different areas into what I'm doing now. Traveling around the world, I get the opportunity to travel. I have amazing friends. I have amazing connections. I have an amazing network of people that bring me up, that share opportunities with me, that share knowledge with me. And because of it, I literally leapfrog myself, not pulling other people down, rising up with them onto these new levels, these new experiences in life. So this is exactly how I did it. When I was really young, I started investing in myself. So it all started, this is called a butterfly effect. Butterfly effect is the concept that one thing, one specific change in action that you do can change the trajectory of history. For example, you leave 5 minutes late for work. And because you left 5 minutes late for work, you just missed a major accident that would have taken your life and every other person that was in that car with you. Another example is, say you go to an unexpected stop. Say you stop at Starbucks unexpectedly. Next thing you know, you meet the dream partner that you wanted in your life. So for me, this butterfly effect, in my opinion, in my perspective, was this one video I saw from this guy, Arlen. And he was talking about personal branding. He was on a trip in Italy during COVID, making money on a trip to Italy. And in my mind, I'm going, there's COVID going on right now, and you're traveling, making money. This is the exact lifestyle that I want to be living. And at the time, I was in college. So I started following this guy, Arlen. And quickly, I began to say in my mind, number one, I'm going to learn exactly how to do what he's doing. Number two, I'm going to become friends with him. So I jumped on a live call. He was having a webinar. I invested on the spot without asking any questions, just seeing exactly what he had, handed in my card, paid, I think it was a couple $100, maybe a couple $1,000 for the program that he had. The program would teach me about branding, connection, networking, spirituality, business, relationships, everything that I need to know to have a solid foundational core. From there, I took that and I started going to the events that he was having. So I saw him in person. I was getting there. I was face to face, meeting him in person, meeting his friends in person, and then meeting the group of young individuals, the young men that were interested like I was. So next thing you know, my network of being in a small town in New York, not knowing really anything about networking, about people, about communication, being horrible at talking with people, being so scared internally, not being able to even talk, like I said before, to anyone, to now a whole new world. Now, in the process of doing this, I was also going to different business events with my father, specifically with my father, bonding experience, and I was learning from different business owners. I was learning from people that were doing multi-millions, if not multi-billions, in every single type of industry, along with real estate. And at the time, I was horrible when we got to these events. Absolutely horrendous. So I didn't know how to talk with people. And at that time, I was learning from the course from Arlen. So I was getting better. So my dad would take me and my dad would throw me into these business conferences, these 10X events that Grant was having. He would throw me in. He'd show me how to talk with people. Next thing you know, I started talking with people on my own. I started developing my own voice, my own communication. And here's the key. I kept on getting in the reps no matter how bad I was. And the whole thing that I did was I made it about them, and I figured out a commonality that we each had. And without me even realizing it, what would happen a lot of times, which people say I stuck out to them because of it, is I wouldn't do surface level conversations. I do deep conversations, very, very deep. And then instead of being the fanboy, I started becoming their friend in a way. So instead of saying, oh my God, all the praise, can I take a picture with you? I stepped back, started talking about stuff that other people weren't. What were their hobbies? What did they like to do? What did they not like to do? I started joking around with them. I provided humor. I provided entertainment. I provided something that they might not have known before, or giving them a connection or brought a deal to them, some type of thing like that, where it was a fresh breath of air. Everyone's coming up to that person. I'm setting myself up in a different way. Now, back at college, let's go from here to over here again. Back at college, I'm learning from these videos that Arlen has. I'm not only learning, I'm implementing immediately. So instead of going out to the college frat parties, sometimes I didn't even get in, I wasn't even interested in that, I'd go on my computer, I'd watch these videos, binge watch these videos. Then I'd go on Google and I'd make an Excel sheet, I'd make a document, whatever it was, and I'd fill out all these forms. Immediately implementation. And then I'd put my camera like I'm doing right now, and I'd make the most horrendous YouTube videos in my life, in the world. And I'd post them, thinking that no one was gonna see it, not caring at all. I was just getting the reps. So from then on, I started also going to Tony Robbins' virtual events around mindset, around psychology, around personal development, really who I was inside, breaking out of my shell. Because at that time, what I realized is I was in a shell. I had no true confidence because I was too afraid of what other people would think of me, that I wouldn't branch out, that I wouldn't mess up. What are other people going to think of me if I mess up, if I act weird? But now looking back at it, I realized that being you, being the weird you, if you want to even call it that, is the filter that separates you from those who should not be in your life. So by being authentically you, saying what's on your mind, expressing how you feel, being completely weird, people who are meant to be in your life will come into your life, and people who are not will leave. Moving forward, there was this cruise that I decided to go on. It was a Grant Cardone Foundational cruise, raising money for people, for young kids who did not have fathers. And on that cruise, butterfly effect again, one door leads to another door. This is another very, very important concept. You open one door. If it's there for you and you don't think that you deserve it, get that stupid belief out of your mind. I used to have that belief and it held me back. If there's an opportunity in front of you, it's because God planted it in front of you. Open it, take advantage. If you succeed in it, amazing. If you don't, it's a learning experience. Each door will open up the next. So from the door from Grant Cardone going to his events and investing, I then met Tim Storey. Tim, in my opinion, is one of the best public speakers and coaches in the world. And I'm confident to say that. So I started listening to Tim. I started seeing how he was speaking, and I knew that I wanted to go into that myself. I wanted to become a speaker, even a life coach as well. So I invested in him. I started doing one-on-one sessions with him, group sessions. And slowly I started to morph and find my voice. He helped me. But what's the common theme among all the things that I just told you? It's that I continue to invest time and money, or energy and money, into them from myself. So I take something that I either earn this cash, earn this money, where I was given it by some family, by some relative, whatever it is, and I take it and I invest it in them and I learn from them. And the more I did this, the more that they began to see on their sheet, a couple $100s, a couple $1,000s, a couple tens of thousands of dollars, whatever it is, bam, same name, same name, same name. Then they see me in person, same person, same person, same person. Then they start seeing that I'm taking notes, I'm learning, I'm very humble, humility, but I'm taking action, success story, to the point where I'm all around them and they see that I'm not a one-hit wonder. I'm actually in it for the long game. I want to learn. And because of that, you start bringing in this community. And I was on a call the other day, and the one thing that they said, I'm not going to bring up their name, but the one thing that they said that separated me from everyone else was persistence. I continued to invest. I continued to show up even when others wouldn't, even when they didn't want to. And I continued to learn and implement. And because of that, because I began to shine bright, I could then say, hey, this is all because of so-and-so. And I give back and I provide recognition to that person. And because of that, in my opinion, in my belief, it's brought me to where I am today. So whether you're in the same position that I was in, where you can't even speak, you have sweat dripping down from your forehead, under your clothes. It's like a complete sauna. Maybe you're lost. Maybe you just broke up with someone. Maybe you're financially in a bad spot. My advice to you is to continue to invest in yourself, continue to show up in those places, and opportunities will begin to come to you. People will see that you're not just in it for a one-hit wonder, but in it for the long run, wanting to learn, wanting to absorb. And as long as you continue moving forward, continue persisting, it is in my belief and over my experiences, over my studies, that you ultimately will. And one last thing that I'll mention as well, give you guys a little bonus, is the power of perspective. See, the power of perspective is the ability to see the positive when other people see the negative. See what can happen when other people see what can't happen. To always shift your perspective on what if it did happen, on what I could actually do. The power of perspective is truly the power that you have in your life. So, hope you guys enjoy this video. Share with someone, save this video for later, and do me a favor. Implement these things right now, because a lot of people just listen to these YouTube videos and then they swipe off, and that's another day, and they do nothing. Implement the steps that I shared with you in this video. Over time, continue to be consistent and persistent, and I guarantee you, if you do that, you'll be able to achieve whatever outcome, whatever lifestyle, whatever goal that you want to have in your life, if it is truly meant for you. As always, guys, be great. Love you. Save, share, follow for more. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, personally, for help with mindset, get over any addictions that you have, any limitations to create a peak lifestyle for you, your family, confidence, freedom, energy, you name it, be a badass in life, then click the link below, schedule a call with one of my team members. And if you're a right fit for both of us, let's absolutely get after it and change your life. Have an amazing day.